Radio on Berlin.
Here we are in the Krankenhaus in Friedrichshain. Yeah, Vivantes, the hospital here, where I have been resident here for about 3 weeks.
3?
No, on Tuesday it'll be 3 weeks actually. It's about 16, no, how many, I don't know. Anyway, you can tell that I've had too many sort of drugs and things like that, injections and blood takings and all sorts of stuff, x-rays, irradiated myself. So myself...
Tuesday is 4 days from now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a Friday.
So I've been in the hospital with pneumonia or some kind of uber pneumonia thing. So myself, Adrian Shepherd and Rinus van Albeck here in the cardiology ward, live and direct, doing our tape review show because nothing will stop us.
No.
Exactly.
And we have to keep up with all the tapes that come in together with the CDs and other stuff. But the only portable thing that I've got at home is a Walkman, so I can't bring the CDs.
No, that's okay. We can do that next time. We can have a CD show next time or something.
If we would make our lives as a radio duo into a soap, this would be the appropriate time to start, because all soaps have episodes
in a hospital. Yeah, true.
For the drama.
Exactly.
So we need hospital wives, people who are depressed, might kill themselves.
Oh God.
We need stalkers.
I mean, we're in the lots of drama.
Yeah.
As much drama as possible. Yeah, true.
So now you're here with a bottle of blood orange, which might be your
you see all my kind of fruit
main
drinks.
medication.
Maybe we can describe the room actually.
That would be very difficult because it won't be any difficult because everybody knows what a hospital room looks like. With screens.
I mean, this
things.
is a ward because I was in the intensive care unit, ICU earlier, and I was on my own, so it's a kind of exclusive sort of area. Because first I started off in the lung ward. Maybe I should explain briefly to the listeners out there. Came in with advanced pneumonia, and they put me in the lung ward, of course. And now they've punched a pipe into the side of my lung, and now they're draining off this kind of green goo, which will start inhabiting some kind of planet somewhere.
But you can't take this home?
Well, the green goo.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have it in a bottle? Maybe you that little animals grow from it? Or?
Yeah, I think they test it out on little hamsters and stuff like that, or mice.
Yeah, and they eat this?
What happens? I don't know. I think they lick it or suck it or something, or budgies or something.
So somewhere here in the hospital you've got hamsters that are like 1 meter high.
Yeah, they're growing them. Yeah, sure. Well, apparently what they do is because with the pneumonia they took this liquid out of my lungs, which was very painful. And then they grow an antibiotic because it's specific to the body.
That makes sense. Of course.
According to from what I've heard.
Especially for you.
Yeah, especially for me.
Customized antibiotic.
Exactly.
They won't send it to other countries in the world.
No, it won't work on anyone else. Just the Adrian Shepherd sort of doppelgangers of the planet. Yeah. So we are. Yeah, but now we're in cardiology because. Apparently I have a problem with my heart as well, but they can't do anything with the heart situation until they've sorted out the lung situation. At the moment they're pumping in, they're extending more and more plastic bits into my side out of the lungs directly because there's air and stuff like that trapped in it, and they can't work out why. So before they do an operation, then no, this is not the last radio on tape review show, okay, everyone out there, okay, but in any case, yeah, it's a drama-filled episode where nurses and doctors will probably come in during this moment. So, so there's monitors all over the place. I don't know, all these numbers and all sort of typical things you see, and all kind of. And I also have a roommate here as well who's eagerly listening to our show. Who's in his own kind of world.
Wissen Sie, ob hier die neue Staffel von The Crown?
Maybe you can translate, Rinus.
Welche? De 5e? Oder?
Ob das über Fernsehen wieder eingespielt wird.
There you go.
Die Sendung.
Authentic. The sendung.
Sie haben schon The Crown ins Fernsehen gesehen?
Ja, aber nicht das neue Kurs.
Bis wo? Bis Diana?
You have to explain.
Ich wollte
Rinus.
bloß gucken, ob das bis zum Ende, wo die Diana stirbt, ja.
Die ist noch nicht gemacht. Nee. Ich habe die letzte gesehen und da war sie noch lebendig.
So.
Okay, that was a brief intervention. The roommate asking if the Crown would continue on German television. Because we don't know if Diana is going to die or not. And, dying people, especially, I think, I can imagine, curious to know if somebody will die.
Maybe she survives. Maybe she survives in the end.
Well, if everything is fake in that series, that she might as well live on, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, true.
Escape from the car in the Parisian tunnel, and
exactly. Yes.
And now living in Dubai.
Saved at the last moment. Yep. Anyway, let's go back to the tape review.
Yeah.
Let's. What's the first tape? I should open one.
That one, because I think that was sent like 5 years ago.
This is like Christmas in the radio station, isn't it? Christmas in the Krankenhaus.
Yeah.
You know, except I'm Father Christmas because I'm sporting a kind of long grey beard that's just getting longer by the day. So I'm opening the first one.
You could hang little chimes in it.
Addressed to Rinus. What should I say? Oh, the stamp. Grünes Band Deutschland. Oh, so it is from Deutschland.
Yeah, the address is in the top corner.
It's not got marks in it. It's Freiwillig Collective. So the Free Collective Pulsfax Stuttgart. Oh yeah, super. Absenderin. Yeah, my German is getting better, although most of the doctors here and nurses actually speak English, amazingly enough. One of the guys, I certainly know my doctor must have studied in Oxford or Cambridge, because when he switches to English he sounds as more English than I do, that's for sure. So definitely there's a tape in here, there's another sort of a letter as well. Dear Adrian, hope you get well soon, like 3 months in advance. I know there's, I don't know.
Please send it back.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's a little brown envelope to send the tape back. They want the tape back. Rinus, look at this.
What?
So it's a mixtape. It's a mixtape, and it says "Listen to me" on it. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
No.
Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality.
No.
Yeah. That's exactly what it says on the front.
No.
Yeah,
really?
with stars on it, but no Freddie to be seen in the ward at the moment. Oh yeah, it's all. Dieses Kassett bedient sich Musikkeiten aus Queen Bohemian Rhapsody. Wow, it's amazing. Schreib uns bei Fragen oder blah blah blah. That's got their address, of course. Viel Spaß and.
They asked for an
Guten
answer.
Besserung, yeah. So,
okay.
Let's go for it. That's first tape going into the.
This is a heavy tape. I hope
machine,
this machine can cope with this.
Yep.
45 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm starting it now, and let's see if everything works. Otherwise, you have to cut it out.
Exactly. Ow.
Liebe Finderinnen, lieber Finder, das mag dir jetzt etwas seltsam vorkommen, aber du hast hiermit eine Flaschenpost gefunden. Toll, dass du da bist und uns hören kannst. Wir freuen uns sehr, dir diese Nachricht zu überbringen. Wir sind ein Theaterkollektiv aus Stuttgart und haben diese Nachricht verschickt, um Menschen zu finden, die eine Beziehung zu alten Tonträgern haben. Wir interessieren uns für die Vergangenheit und das Thema Erinnerung. Vielleicht kannst du uns bei unserer Recherche dazu weiterhelfen. Verteilt über die Kassette geben wir dir Impulse und stellen dir Fragen. Du kriegst für jeden Impuls Zeit, dir Antworten zu überlegen und, wenn du möchtest, aufzuschreiben. Falls dir diese Zeit nicht reicht, kannst du gerne auf Pause drücken oder zurückspulen. Nimm dir die Zeit, die du brauchst. Dir steht natürlich frei, mit welchen der Fragen du dich auseinandersetzt und auf welche Art und Weise. Diese Flaschenpost gehört jetzt dir. Du kannst jetzt die Entscheidung treffen, ob du anbeißen und uns weiterhelfen möchtest oder diese Kassette wieder zurück in den Strom werfen möchtest. Bist du dabei? Dann suche dir jetzt einen ruhigen Ort, hole dir etwas zum Schreiben und mache es dir bequem. Viel Spaß! Schön, dass du dabei geblieben bist. Wir hoffen, du hast es dir bequem gemacht. Gleich kommt der erste Impuls.
An Silvester haben wir eine Kneipentour simuliert. In meinem Zimmer haben wir so getan, als ob wir auf der Abifahrt 2014 wären. Während die besten Hits aus 2014 liefen, haben wir Sangria und Backscreen Lemon getrunken, Ring of Fire gespielt. Das hat mich an die ganzen Nächte erinnert, die ich betrunken in Schrebergärten verbracht habe und mit meinen Freundinnen diskutiert habe, was mal aus uns werden soll und was die Zukunft mit sich bringt.
Wann hast du das letzte Mal Musik gehört und einen Flashback erlebt? Hörst du manchmal Musik, um dich zurückzusehnen? Worum geht es inhaltlich in deinem Lieblingssong? Versuche den Inhalt kurz zu erklären.
Listening to Radio 1, direct from Vivantes Friedrichshain, the Krankenhaus here. Cardiology Station. Yeah, with Rinus and myself, Adrian Shepherd. Rinus is the healthy one. I'm the one who's, I want to say, fighting for my life. No, it was quite pretty close. It was on the edge, I must say. Yeah. But,
of dying?
Well, I was in the house for about 4 days in my house.
Alone? Knocking on doors?
No, I didn't have the energy in the end. I had a high fever. This is, I'm not saying this for myself, it's for anyone out there, you know.
Was your vision blurred? Could you see the screen of your telephone?
No, I could see things, I could see things. It's just I was hammering myself with loads of paracetamol to bring the fever down, but after 4 days, luckily the mother of my child, Servet, and dear Mustafa, our radio on guy came in, made some soup, gave me the energy to gave me a bit of energy in between the fever. Then they left, and then I went into another fever, and realised no one gets out of here alive. So I rang up an emergency number that was kindly sent to me by Curious Fox Books. Yeah, advertising, we've got everything here in the show. Orla and Dave, so I rang up an emergency number thinking that it wouldn't do any good. I had totally no energy to go to a doctor or walk into the next room, that's for sure. But then, I rang up and the guy could see that I was struggling for breath. In which case, the next thing that happened was they sent an ambulance to the house, and these two burly guys, I mean, like those German paramedics, especially Berlin paramedics, I think they're just doing exercises, sit-ups and weights and everything in their ambulance all day to look so tough. Shaved head guys, looking like heroes, almost like the Feuerwehr, the firemen and all this stuff, so
Packers and movers.
and they were like, it's normally like 9 days for a fever before you ring an ambulance, but I didn't get their sense of humour then. So they piled me into their ambulance, which smelled like it was brand new, nothing like the English old rusty ambulances and stuff. And then I spent about 6 hours in accident and emergency with loads of drunken people around me and people complaining and throwing up all over the place. And then after that they took me for an x-ray. It was late in the evening, so it was about 2 a.m. And the x-ray was like alien. The technology over here is amazing, like machines move on their own. There's robots serving everybody. It's like Star Wars, the Death Star or something like that.
Was it not vacuum cleaners?
Yeah, there's all that stuff.
Okay.
There's all this stuff. Yeah, everything automatic, and even the chairs move up and down. The beds move up and down and stuff. And then you.
Any humans involved?
So so this guy came up to me who was all dressed in yellow and had a ginger beard, and I thought he was someone from the street or something. And he came up to me and he said, "Let me take you on a journey, sir." Perfect English, of course, but in a kind of not Harry Potter way. What's it called? You do turn on your pure imagination.
Haircut 100?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I was led into Wonderland. There's no question. He pushed this amazing bed, futuristic bed that looked like something from Blade Runner Taxi, and then all the lights and everything and all the colours, and I was led into another place in the hospital which was totally quiet and calm, and all you could hear was the smell. All you could hear was the bubbling, this kind of zen-like bubbling, which was the sound of oxygen bubbling, and then they put oxygen on me, and I was away in dreamy dreamland.
So this was the mushroom effect?
Yeah, it was the first. No, later on I had ketamine, when they did an injection. Then I was put in the ICU, intensive care unit, where they put masks on me, which were painful as hell, I must say, to train my lungs back, and that was a private room. Luckily I was out of there in a few days, and now I'm in the cardiology ward, as I say. I don't want to bore people at home there. There you go.
Authentic.
Yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's real, folks. My lungs currently kind of cleaning themselves. After the lungs, then I'm in the cardiology ward, not the lung ward, because there's something wrong with the heart as well. So maybe we can get to listen to my heart at some point during the show. Anyway, back to the show. You're listening to the tape review show with Rinus van Alabik and myself, Adrian Shever. Let's open up another one here. Oh God.
Maybe we should say a little bit about this thing.
Oh yeah, the last one, of course.
Why there is an envelope.
The Freiwillig Collective. You have just been listening to the Freiwillig Collective.
Well, it's a C90 tape. I don't know if let's check, because this is the end of side 2. If there's something on it.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Turn it over. Feel free.
Nothing is coming?
Nothing's. Are you playing at the other side?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because I have to turn up the volume and turn it up.
Oh, there's something.
Oh no, it's not that. That's me. Go on then. Can you hear tape noise?
Is it birds, or is it birds here? No.
There are birds outside. Yeah, there's nature amongst all the.
So that's the amazing technique of tape. So if you play
the other side.
if you play an empty side and your microphones are open, the sounds come from outside.
Yeah,
You hear the dripping,
Oh yeah, we can turn that down. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. But you can hear us, can't you?
and you can hear us. So in fact, it's like we are on the empty side of the tape, and I don't know if this is
Weird. We're being recorded.
if they know.
We're actually being imprinted into magnetic oxide in this very moment.
That's possible.
Look, I love the way Rinus has put his orange cap on top of the seat where I do my stools in the morning.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy. I can
Yeah.
tell you all about that stuff if you want. No bedpans, that's my worst nightmare.
Uh,
But actually, yeah, I do. I can't get out of bed. I can sit on the side of the bed. I can wash myself at 5 o'clock in the morning and stuff. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to avail myself of a
and there you do the
toilet.
number one and then the number two.
number 2. I have bottles.
Ah,
The bottle here for doing the urine stuff is look, Rinus, look, you can see. Look, that's real. That's
ooh,
not.
wow, that's
that's
full
not
of
like-
medicine.
Yeah, full of good.
That's full of
lovely
of blood
medicine.
orange.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Uh,
But
But it's all on side 2 of this tape now,
they
eh?
call it an enter, a
Yeah.
duck. This is side 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we go for something else then, or? 'Cause it looks like they haven't put anything.
Well,
on
if
side
I
2.
turn it again, then you will hear that
The third side.
what we heard before, and I can give a little summary of it.
Yeah.
This is a theatre collective who
Okay.
wants to investigate, do a research on old media, and in this case, the cassette, and what memories it will bring you. And so there are all kinds of questions about the music, and probably also little memories recorded on it, like one girl talking about sitting on the cemetery and listening to cassette tape, and then getting harassed by a werewolf, and she fought it off because
There's definitely werewolves in the hospital in this cardiology ward, because at night I hear some people screaming.
Anyway, they have done a lot of brain waves, of brain research, to find out the questions that they could ask the people who listen to the tape about music.
No way.
And when you listen, you should write your answers down.
Great.
And then that's why the envelope is here.
To send something back to
And
them.
then send it back to them.
Yeah.
So how old media still affects your life.
Yeah.
And when I started listening to it, it had something of the vibe of the old radio plays.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And then I thought, why don't I have the patience anymore to sit down and listen to this?
Yeah.
It's like going and sit in a little shoebox.
Yeah.
So first minimize yourself, then sit in the shoebox. You know this thing, the shoebox, that you made a hole in it?
When we were kids.
Yeah, and
And
the
then you
shoebox
made-
was a mini.
Yeah,
it was-
we did that in school.
and then you looked into it.
Yeah, a little
So-
cardboard thing, and then you
Yeah.
made little scenarios in there.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
So and then you put yourself in it,
Lovely.
and you're listening to this radio
Nice.
play, and it's a little bit like that. So it's not possible anymore because you can't minimize yourself.
Well, you can. You can just
Can you?
plug yourself into a hospital for a few weeks, Rinus. Really, honestly, that's the way I really started to read again as well. My dear friends again advertising the Irish bookstore in Lausitzer Curious Fox, and they luckily for me they gave me 4 books from Ireland about how poor people were. One of them was based in 1985, and
Yeah, but you're not even
how
from
depressing
Ireland.
and- no, but
Just to give you Maltese
situation.
book or
it was a bit depressing.
Jack the Ripper-
Rinus also gave
Jack
me.
the Ripper books.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the books, but they weren't. They were
Too many words. Huh?
No. It's not that. It's just the situation in Ireland at the time, and and how it was being destroyed by the Catholic. Well, the poor young girls that were taken into these nunneries and being worked to death, half to death. Either they had children. I mean, it's all come out now, that's for sure. But the Irish government and the Catholic Church were in cahoots. They knew exactly what was going on, the abuse
Yeah.
that was going on a mass scale anyway.
But that's
Yeah.
not only in Ireland.
No.
Ireland doesn't have
But
copyright for church
no,
abuse.
the Irish sort of...
or abuse by church
question,
leaders
sure.
and followers.
Exactly. All right, so...
The,
Should we go on to the next?
Catholic Empire spreads all over the world,
Yeah.
as are their victims,
Yeah, well,
buried and still living.
I've not been visited by any priests or yet, which is a bit disappointing, really. You'd think they'd be coming round. I mean,
I think you have to ask for it.
really,
Yeah.
I really want to have an emergency sort of priest. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean,
I think you can ask for spiritual support.
spiritual guidance. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Yeah,
Possible.
I mean, I find it hard to
have a mini lama coming here.
I find it hard enough to ask for a second cup of tea after breakfast in the morning at 7, because I feel like I'm putting them out somewhat. But I did get a second cup, and also the nurses are driven off their feet. That's for sure. They're all really kind and friendly. That's for sure. But
Yeah, then
they're
ask
so
for your
busy.
second cup of tea. You're English. You've got a good excuse.
All right, let's stop advertising the hospital here in Friedrichshain.
Some bad advertising.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so should we go for the next?
Yeah,
tape?
sure.
And this one's got loads of stamps on it. From
Yeah,
all
but
over.
that's a regular, and I'm
Can't
very
even work
very
it
glad
out.
with it.
Oh, this is Japanese from Japan. It's a Nippon.
Yeah, we even
Yeah.
got a New Year's wishes from him.
Beautiful. So
Are you going to destroy it, or?
I don't know. It seems a bit of a shame, doesn't it? I mean, I
Yeah.
can get a surgeon's knife here and just open it up, or just I can press this button on the bed. This is kind of. And then order a surgeon to open it. Really,
Yeah, maybe call for
carefully.
one that can you.
yeah, sure. I don't know. I think they've probably got better things to do. So what have I had? I've had X-rays. I've had
the
CT.
top of you. Oh no! I thought
What? The top of.
Yeah.
I'm opening it. Let's open it close to the microphone. My
Some of
tablet
the
mic.
stamps are now forever
Oh.
destroyed.
Lovely. What does it smell like? Because now my health, my breathing and everything is perfect, after being in here like 2.5 weeks. So
Yeah.
out comes the tape. Well, I guess I'm perfect, except my lungs are shot to pieces. My heart is could be in a better place, that's for sure. Oh yeah, there's that Japanese sort of paper style with like printed, typed. It looks like typed onto the actual
That's a lot.
side A. Who is this, by the way? Anyway, so of course, it's all in Japanese. Manufactured by Trial Run Tapes in 1987. Jeez, it's before the wall came down. TRT06, presumably tape, release number 6. NR off. NR, Rinus will now explain to those who have no idea. I guess that means the non-recording things have been hammered out or something on the cassette. It was actually a physical thing on the cassette, so you couldn't record over it.
This is really. Oh yeah, you can't record over. But this is this looks like it has been in his archive.
Yeah.
Oh, and look how clean it is.
Oh, beautiful.
Huh?
Oh, I could lick it. And if you could leave it on the floor here, although I wouldn't do that because
So this
the
is.
cleaning ladies
We
just take
might
everything.
publish a picture of this Maxwell.
Yeah.
May I have your glasses?
There will be tapes. I mean, there will be. Do you think my glasses are going to fit you, Rinus? One size fits all.
Maybe. Position normal. Japan.
Yeah.
Japan. So this is a Maxwell UR90
Yeah.
made in Japan,
Uh-huh.
and
Okay.
it looks so new,
Beautiful. Oh,
And
the
it-
cassette
and-
looks so new.
and it might be from '87 actually.
What, the actual tape?
Yeah, the whole thing, because
Beautiful.
being so new, I can't imagine that he finds them like this.
Yeah, the cassettes.
I mean, I find cassettes that are like that old,
Yeah.
but they also look like they're so very old.
Oh yeah, so now I can
So
read it.
If we are investigating this looks like it comes from a very clean household, but
Yep.
this has been in a
Let's see.
dust-free environment on the right temperature.
Yeah. Not
Uh,
unlike a hospital, in fact.
So that it was able to slowly time travel
Yeah.
to the now.
Jeez, how long did it take then? So 1987.
35 years.
Yeah, not
36
bad.
years.
Yeah, amazing. Well, so side A says Gizo plus T Mikawa. Some other bits are in Japanese. Number 2 is in Japanese. That's not referring to Rinus's hat there on my number 2 from this morning. And then Kazuhiro Otsuka.
That's him who sends these tapes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Must be quite old now. Well, 35 years older than he was when he sent them.
Yeah, maybe he sent them 35 years ago. So he was the first one to know of our existence.
Yeah.
And he even got the address almost right because I moved.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to get there.
Yeah. Also, John Duncan is mentioned here as well. Do you know John Duncan? That's side B, track number.
Talking about
6.
dead people, did he do something with dead people?
Who, John Duncan?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Isn't he accused from necrophilia?
What?
Or didn't he send that rumor into the world?
I don't know. Sorry, John. If you're actually listening to your own review here, and you're
Well, it only will raise.
maybe you're on the run, or you're in prison or something like that, or maybe it's nothing to do with you.
They
at
don't
all.
put you in prison for necrophilia, do they?
There must be some
Depends
kind of
who.
vague law that refers to that kind of
Yeah.
kind of activity. I was.
If you break into a mortuarium and do this kind of things.
I don't know. More questions, yeah. If you want, we can look it up. But anyway, let's go for this tape then, shall we?
Yeah. Well, I didn't say that he did it with animals.
No, what? Deeper and deeper. Okay. Twistier and twistier. Radio on Berlin. listening to Radio 1 Berlin here, live and direct from the Krankenhaus in Friedrichshain, and that was a tape that was sent to us, trial run tapes directly from Tokyo, from Kazuhiro Utsuka. Sorry. And John Duncan is also mentioned, but there's other parts in Japanese which we cannot translate in this moment later, unfortunately. But that was presumably that was just track one, which was Gizo and T Mikawa. Rinus, thoughts? Thoughts?
Yeah.
Transportation thoughts.
You maybe you can do something with this image that mannequins.
Oh yeah, those squeaky mannequins.
The ones that stand in shop windows.
Yeah.
That they are animated and come to life and do things. But when they are well dressed and able to move elegantly, they might dance or produce music like Kraftwerk or...
that links us in with the previous tape as well.
What's the guy with one hair long and the other?
Phil Oakey from Sheffield, from
the band.
Being Boiled, was there one of their early ones? Because I was born in Sheffield, why am I saying that?
From the band.
Not Cabaret Voltaire.
No, Human League.
Human League, yeah.
So that kind of music, but
Nice.
then the mannequins at some part start to dysfunction, and they all end up in the basement, and you've got like arms like that, and they're all deformed, but still they want to make music. And then you hear this.
Oh God. It reminds me years ago, can I say that years ago when I lived in Brighton before I moved out of the UK, I found a load at a boot sale, definitely, it was an old flea market, all these old mannequins, but they almost certainly they've been dragged from the bottom of a lake. And there was no heads or anything like that. But when you moved their arms, everything was rusty, and you can make these kind of rusty sort of doing. I've got recordings of them. But in any case, it sounded like they had this really well, to look at them, they were really disturbing on its own. But when you move their arms and things, it was all springs but rusty springs. So they were these mannequins that you're talking about. Maybe the basement was flooded, or the cellar or keller was flooded. So then when they were making the music, it was just like this rusty sort of ting, high pitched sort of frequency sound, disturbing as hell, and should be a horror movie. Definitely a Japanese horror movie. Like Tetsuo or something like this, Iron Man and things like this. Comes from this genre. There is mention on the cassette of video. Actually, so maybe they were soundtrack. Maybe some of it they were soundtracks. It says whistle, video, etc. Amplified, viola, I don't know. Yeah, and video. It says John Duncan is mentioned. It says video. So maybe they were soundtracks to something. But it also reminded me of something like, those things that people have on their balcony that whistle in the wind, that are supposed to be really nice, when you put them up. What do they call them?
These chimes?
Yeah, chimes, but something on another level altogether, a disturbing level altogether. Also, it was changing all the time, the music. You didn't know what you were going to hear next. There was not much repetition to it, and that it made it even more disturbing.
And there was even a voice.
To listen to, sure. I wasn't even sure it was a voice. It sounded Japanese, but I wasn't even sure by the end. It was like deprogramming me, I think, somehow.
No, it's just not the first time that I hear this kind of like when Yoko Ono did it.
Oh yeah.
You thought it was a Yoko Ono invention, but it was not.
No, sure. No. And they were so ahead of the time.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's very traditional or
traditional Japanese music.
No, like traditional Japanese dance, like Buto is not traditional Japanese dance.
No, not at all. It came out of the revolutions of after the American occupation. With lots of other
maybe that
forms
kind of singing also was parallel development.
Yeah.
And then the big cliche, of course, is from you don't know what it is to live in a country that had 2 A-bombs dropped on its population.
Certainly.
And if you can hear that 40 years later, and, you know,
Yeah.
people making this kind of noises because,
This is the sound of our children.
yeah, this is the sound of the shadows of our children.
Yeah.
And also what they did in architecture, I mean, their kind of brutalism is really nice. It's very comic strip
Yeah, sure.
brutalism, while here it's very serious matter.
Well, there is this thing, wabi-sabi as well, which I read about. It was the difference between Chinese art and Japanese art. Chinese art was very symmetrical at some point. Of course, there are lots of different genres and things. But Japanese art, this idea of wabi-sabi was the beauty of imperfection. You know, that they would get something, smash it, and then put it together with some gold in between, a cup, for example. And the beauty was in that it was not perfect. Yeah, so, and they're this kind of wabi-sabi idea.
That was also early Renaissance things, the imperfection, because then that what made it would make it perfect was the divine contribution.
Yeah, yeah.
So Michelangelo did these things as well.
This is very Radio On, isn't it? You know, the imperfection of Radio On Berlin, for sure, and the imperfection of broadcasting from a Krankenhaus, from a hospital, lung ward, station number 34 here in Berlin, room 3. Yep, where I can't even get to the bathroom. It's the cleanest bathroom in the whole hospital because both of us are kind of tied to our beds, and they still clean it twice a day. Would you believe? You know, my dear friend in the bed next to me can't get out. Literally cannot get out of bed. At least I can sit on the side of my bed and wash myself and stuff. But he's still waiting for his operation, and unfortunately he's had a fever and stuff, so it's been postponed. Yep, there you go. Rinus. Hopefully Rinus has not caught anything from the ward here.
Yeah, that's the place to get sick, hospital.
Yeah, certainly, that is the place to come. So
it's like when you're in a garage, you want to buy a car. When you're in a hospital, they want you to stay.
Exactly. So we have, I think we have chance for one more track.
Yeah, what short tracks from both?
I mean, we have, if it's possible, like.
Yeah, then
a few minutes from one.
I just go and spin this thing with the little stars.
Let's go back to Stuttgart.
Forward, and this is a Galloon Optimal.
Exactly.
Never heard of that. Ideaal für die tägliche Aufnahme. This is really like a brand in
ideal for living
in Germany.
You're listening to Radio On Berlin.
This is hi-fi audio cassette Galloon Optimal. So also they must have got it somewhere, and not like. Can I have your glasses again, or maybe you are able to listen to small print?
Which one? The very small print. Goa, where though?
At the bottom, yeah.
Info at
that.
Lutherstadt, Wittenberg, Deutschland, Braunlich GmbH. No. You can sample all this stuff, you guys. Hi-fi audio cassette with a K, of course.
That's funny because
you're rewinding, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, live. You can tell it's a live.
Lutherstadt Wittenberg.
Yeah.
You never know if this is a DDR cassette then, because.
Hast du wirklich solche Hosen getragen? Und so lange Haare? Heute hast du ja gar keine mehr. Mama, habt ihr wirklich so eine Musik gehört? Und wieso rauchen die alle ständig? Doch als dann die ersten Ereignisse mit einer Endgültigkeit in mein kleines Leben traten und ich merkte, dieses früher war es mal anders, gibt es wirklich, da fing ich, glaube ich, an, das erste Mal Gefühle gegenüber dieser Vergangenheit zu entwickeln, sie zu verklären. Damals, diese Menschen mit den langen Haaren und den komischen Hosen, die konnten noch wirklich was verändern. Diese dauerrauchenden Musikerinnen, die hatten noch Ideale. Ganz akzeptieren will ich diese Endgültigkeit bis heute nicht. Dann setze ich mir eine Krone auf mal mir einen Vollbart ins Gesicht, werf mir ein goldenes Paillettenkleidchen über die Schlaghose, zünd mir eine Pfeife an und mache mir mein Jetzt zum ewigen Früher.
Zu welchen Zeiträumen oder Epochen hast du emotionale...
Yeah, great. Great. That was perfect fade out there.
We are full of
Yeah,
questions
exactly.
and we are full of answers.
Probably our listeners will be full of questions as well.
Maybe that's the origin of the universe, questions and answers. And then those collided.
Yeah.
And if questions and answers collide, you will have more questions and
Yeah,
more
endless.
answers.
Yeah,
No?
as the asteroid split reminds me of that scene in Star Wars where, in the very first film, where they kind of they appear into an asteroid belt and realise it's a planet that's been totally destroyed. Princess Leia's planet. Oh God, yeah, more and more asteroids flying past us. Okay, so let's go for the next one, which is from Tokyo. Oops, the last one was
Are you flying?
Stuttgart.
Oh.
No, the bed is still sort of in one piece. Okay, here we go.
Sind's die Antibiotika.
Radio on. You're listening to Radio on.
Der
And that
Trockenball.
was,
Jetzt also noch halten Sie sich
they were two cassettes
noch
that
sind
were
wir
brought
bei
in.
38.
One from Tokyo, and
Für die 5.
Rinus will tell us what that label was.
Ja.
Short.
Tribal Run tapes.
38,5 ist doch schon gut. Gestern
Yeah, and the other tape,
39,9. Das
it's
fand
a
ich schon
mixtape.
sehr besorgniserregend.
Called Listen to Me.
Ik heb schon mal hier.
And that was, what label was that then?
That's vrijwillig collectief, and no label at all.
Oh yeah, you can tell that we're definitely broadcasting live from the Krankenhaus in Friedrichshain.
Alles klar, kriegen Sie?
There you go. So we have been broadcasting live the tape review show with Rinus van Albeck and myself, Adrian Shepherd, and this will be available as a
But I know I want to hear that thing. But
Rinus wants to hear this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a kind of like what do we call it? Our sign out sort of thing. So yeah, but at the end we have to say if you want to visit our website, it's www.radioonberlin.com. And
don't forget the hyphens in between.
Yeah, but I kind of gave up with all that stuff. I think people can. It comes up first in the search engine anyway. So. We're first.
We're first.
Yeah, there's
Did
no
you
other,
pay?
Yeah.
You've got friends?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, there's a few people out there.
Or only in your search engine it comes first?
Only in my search engine.
Okay.
Yes.
Try this at home. Radio on Berlin.
Exactly. So thank you for listening, and we shall return wherever you are. Keep healthy. And try and stay out of the hospitals, okay? Stay out of those hospitals. Radio on Berlin.
You have been listening to Radio on Berlin. Yeah!